Hello dear students, today our theme is about scientific revolution. The point is that if you had no technology and wanted to explain the natural world around you, you might let your personal observations guide you. What was the scientific revolution? First, what is a revolution? A new way of thinking about the natural world and society that challenged traditional views and instead relied upon experimentation and new science. Fast forward several hundred years to the 16th and 17th centuries. Aristotle called the Scots Greek philosopher and scientist during the Middle Ages, but was he right? Renaissance humanists mastered Greek and Latin, translated works of Ptolemy, Archimedes, and Plato. Humanists disagreed with Aristotle, preferred individual thought and empiricism. Aristotle called the Scots during the Middle Ages. New problems required new solutions, which led to the development of new tech and math. Dawn of modern science. Middle Age Renaissance scholars sought answers about the natural world from the Church. Old view and new view. Old new, as you see, scholars relied on traditional authorities for beliefs about structure of universe. Aristotle developed the geocentric model. Earth, center of universe, sun, moon, and planets revolved around sun. Ideas upheld by Church, accepted authority for European intellectuals. About new view, causes. Scholars, humanists began to challenge traditional authorities. Aristotle in the 15th. Scientists and mathematicians began to think in new ways. Post-theories developed procedures to test ideas. Why open to new ideas? Exploration. Old views on science, magic, philosophy, and religion. Aristotle, Ptolemy, and the geocentric model accepted by the Church. Belief and support of practices like alchemy and astrology, magic was possible and believable. Medieval philosophy focused on rediscovery and integrating religious texts with non-religious learning. Renaissance philosophy, humanists focused on Aristotle and Ptolemy. Religion was not scientific and focused on unity amongst people under God. The geocentric theory, the Ptolemaic system. Aristotle in the 4th century BC, the earth was an unmoving object at center of universe. The moon, sun, and planets move around Earth. Series of concentric spheres. Beyond planets lay sphere of fixed stars and heaven. Christianity supported theory taught God deliberately placed Earth at center of universe. That's what the scientific revolution was all about. With new ways of thinking and technological developments, it gave Europeans a new way to view humankind's place in the universe. Big idea. Advances in mathematics and technology allowed scientists to demonstrate the proof of abstract theories with clear and logical evidence. Important people and the breakthroughs of the scientific revolution. Main idea. Scientific discoveries expanded knowledge about the universe and the human body. Discoveries in astronomy led to a new conception of the universe, and scientific developments advanced medical knowledge, while launching a new field of science, chemistry. The Ptolemaic system. Think. What was the geocentric model that Aristotle developed focused on? Directions. Open your textbooks to page 304 and read the Ptolemaic system. As you are reading, take note of what Ptolemy's system was like. When you are finished, draw a diagram of the universe according to Ptolemy. Question. Why was this view of the universe accepted by the Catholic Church at the time? Nicholas Copernicus and the heliocentric theory. On the revelations of the heavenly bodies, published in 1543, Copernicus proposed a heliocentric system. Earth and planets revolve around the sun. Think. Why did Copernicus wait until he was on his deathbed to publish on the revolutions of the heavenly bodies? Answer. He feared ridicule from scholars and persecution from the Catholic Church. About Johannes Kepler and Kepler's first law. Kepler's laws of planetary motion are scientific laws describing orbital motion, created to describe the motion of planets around the sun. The orbit of every planet is an ellipse, with the sun at one of the two foci. Kepler's first law stated that planetary orbits are elliptical and the sun is at the end of the ellipse, not at the center. Galileo Galilei and the Starry Messenger. By the early 16th, scientists could explain the universe, but what were planets made of? How is motion in the universe explained? Galileo Galilei, the father of modern observational astronomy, father of modern physics, father of science, and father of modern science. 3 discoveries published in the Starry Messenger. The first one, Jupiter has 4 moons. The second one, the sun has dark spots. The third, Earth's moons has a round and uneven surface. Heavenly objects were composed of material substance, not pure orbs of light. Galileo's problems with the Catholic Church. Chronicles 16:30. Fear before him all the earth, the world also shall be stable, that it be not moved. He set the earth on its foundations, it can never be moved. Say among the heathen that the Lord reigneth. The world also shall be established, that it shall not be moved. He shall judge the people righteously. Ecclesiastes. The sun also arises, that the sun goes down, and hasteth to his place where he rose. The Catholic Church ordered Galileo to abandon his ideas. Why? Answer. His discoveries threatened the biblical concept of the universe. Humans were no longer at the center, and God was no longer in a specific place. Opposing viewpoints, faith and science. Cardinal Bellarmine argues that truth lies in the Holy Scriptures, but to want to affirm that the sun really is fixed in the center of the heavens and only revolves around itself, and that the earth revolves around the sun is a very dangerous thing by injuring our holy faith and rendering the Holy Scriptures false. The Holy Fathers all agree in explaining literally that the sun is in the heavens and moves swiftly around the earth. Now consider whether the Church could encourage giving scripture in a sense contrary to the Holy Fathers. And this is a question. Why did Galileo's ideas represent a threat to the Catholic Church? And you can see their answer. The Church taught the literal truth of the Bible. If something in the Bible could be proved false, it would shake the foundation on which the Church was built. Galileo argues that the Church should reinterrupt scriptural truths if they conflict with scientific truth. I hold the sun to be situated motionless in the center of the revolution of the celestial orbs while the earth revolves around the sun. These men, his opponents, have resolved to construct a shield for their fallacies, mistakes out of the authority of the Bible. This they appeal with little judgment to the refutation of arguments that they do not understand and have not even listened to before. A physical proposition is considered, it must be shown to be false. And there is a question for you. What did Galileo suggest that his opponents should do before dismissing his ideas? And also there is an answer. He suggested that his opponents prove him wrong. Up until the middle of the 17th century, scientists can answer the following questions. What the universe looks like? Who and what? How the universe moves? Who and what? What stuff is the universe is made of? Who and what? Isaac Newton's view of the universe. Copernicus, Kepler and Galileo. Newton built on their work, rebuilding the universe. Mathematical Principles of Natural Philosophy, published in 1687. Newton laid out his universal law of gravitation, set forth laws and motion. Newton describes how the universe functions. And you can see their picture about universal law of gravitation. And every object in the universe attracts every other object by a force called gravity. The degree of attraction depends on mass and distance between them. Newton's world machine concept created a new view of the universe. How? Question. Why was this theory important to scientists of the 17th century? And also you can see their answer. If mathematically proven, the theory could explain all motion throughout the universe. Now that scientists know what the universe looks like, they begin to question other topics. Scientific revolution, breakthroughs in medicine. Galen, Greek physician and surgeon who made early contributions to the understanding of anatomy, physiology and neurology, focused on animal dissection rather than human to formulate ideas on the human anatomy. His teachings dominated until the Middle Ages. And about breakthroughs in medicine, Andreas Vesalius on the fabric of the human body presents an accurate examination of the organs and the complete structure of the human body. Vesalius is often referred to as the founder of modern human anatomy. And think, why was Vesalius able to gain an understanding of the human anatomy where Galen was not? William Harvey published on the motion of the heart and blood. The heart acts as pumps to circulate blood throughout the body. The same blood flows through veins and arteries. And the scientific method, main idea. Scientists came to believe that reason is the main source of all knowledge. Reason is a capacity for consciously making sense of things, applying logic for establishing and verifying facts, changing or justifying practices, institutions, and beliefs based on new information. William Harvey published on the motion of the heart and blood. The heart acts as pump to circulate blood throughout the body. And you can see their photo about Galen and universal law of gravitation. And now, how does a scientist come to a conclusion? The scientific process, and you may read yourself one by one, step 1, second, third, fourth, and general principles. So, science often proceeds by a process of successive approximation. Make an assumption, see how it fits reality, and modify it and try again. After a few iterations of successive approximation, you can be very far from your starting point. The lesson is over. Goodbye.